Hi.
So we'll just wait for, a couple of minutes as people start to pop on.
Let me
Um,
see how I can see the live on YouTube.
oh
Now,
yeah,
can people see it from me on my end?
that's a great question. Let me grab my computer.
I can see that you're live and I can see me.
Let me see if it shows that
Let me grab my.
it should show that you're live also.
Well, I can't see it on my end because I'm me.
Right.
Hello,
Peaceful.
everyone who may or may not be joining. I'm going to like the live.
Peaceful. Okay, what's your handle? It's at peaceful.
Nick. Nick, N-I-K.
But it's all one word?
I think so. My son changed it for me. Yeah, at Peaceful Nick. One word.
Come on, just let me
Oh, hi, Bonnie.
Oh, hello.
We're just getting started, so give us a moment.
Bunny, do you see if Peaceful Nick is live right now? Does it show on your end? Are you able to let us know in the comments?
Oh, wait. Oh, I think no, I don't know.
I can't look on my phone because I'm using my phone, and we just got a like. And for some reason, my computer.
There are two people waiting on my end, but it doesn't show me live because I scheduled a live.
Oh, okay. She says, I see and hear you both. That's awesome. For some reason, it's not even letting me search you on YouTube, and I'm not sure why. Let's check something else. We just want to make sure that we're all set up correctly here.
Yep, we're coming. We're coming.
We are coming. Peaceful. Oh, you pop up right at the top, right when I start. So when I look at when I'm on YouTube and I look at the page, it does not show. Hold on, let me click on your profile though.
It just shows me public or scheduled.
Because you scheduled it.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't show that it doesn't usually. It has a little thing ring around and says that you're live, and it doesn't show that you're live. So this is a learning.
So I wonder if it's because you invited me.
Yeah, if it was the other way around, if you had invited me, then this would be going off of probably your scheduled one.
So each time we'll just go back and forth.
Okay, we can do that 100%. And then that way we just know where we can be pushing off of the information.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so we're a little backwards this week, but that's okay. That's okay.
So I'm gonna change. I've got to go on my. I do not know what that did.
Just update your announcements and let them know
Yes.
to hop over to, it's the Cannastrologer Tarot. At the Cannastrologer Tarot. So, all right. Benny, thank you for joining us and being patient. Looks like we've got another person.
Hi.
Hello. We're just getting set up here and figuring out
how the dual live works.
Yeah, exactly, on YouTube. So it's different on every platform.
But we will get there. I promise.
What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like a bird or a frog.
We've got a monster with us. Like, what was that?
That's spirit.
Okay, so I'm yes, the spirit exactly. Yeah, not a monster, a spirit. A good one. This morning, I don't know if it's in the energy and in the astro weather or what, but I was awoken at 6 a.m. The building next to us, the alarm clock. Bunny said it sounded like a gremlin. um, but we were awoken. The building next to us, the alarm system, like the fire alarm, was going off, but it wasn't. It was for the whole building. So they have like an alarm that goes on the outside, and it alerts the entire community. And it was the one right next to us
Oh
at
my God.
6 a.m. I was like, I mean, I like to wake up early, but not like that. So on a Sunday.
No, that's a little early.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just getting my cards ready. Whenever you're ready, we can get started, and I'll let you go first because we've got some of your audience here.
Okay, I wonder if I minimize this. Can I text my sister? Can you still see and hear me?
You've kind of frozen, but I can still hear you. The screen
Okay,
is frozen.
let me text my sister. Oh, and I have so many apps open. That can't be good. In just 1 second, I will rejoin. Oh no, the world of the.
Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to use my light seers today.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so I am Peaceful Nick the Medium, and I am an evidential medium. I have a background in science with a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in astronomy. And let me do that. I'm excited for the 49er game today. Big Niner fan. And I've been my first mediumship experience was 5 years ago. My first true mediumship experience was 5 years ago on January 26th. So 2 days ago is the 5-year anniversary of my first mediumship experience. And what happened, and I have permission from the family to tell the story, a friend of mine whose son passed away, who I had not seen since he was an infant at 25 years ago, well, 30 years now, passed away. My sister called me and said, Brandon passed away. And instantly in my head, I knew it was a drug overdose. And like an hour later, I laid down, and I didn't think anything of it because I always kind of knew stuff, but didn't know why. I laid down to take a nap a couple hours later, and within 10 seconds of me laying down and just breathing, he was 3D in my head, in my mind's eye, full color, red sweater, gold chain, black hair, brown eyes, talking to me and said, tell my mom I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. And it was so striking and so shocking that obviously I couldn't go back to sleep after that. And that was my first mediumship experience. That was all validated by his mother later. I've given her readings since then. Had a second similar experience a few months after that. And after that happened, I found a teacher, a mediumship teacher in the UK, and I took class upon class upon class, just back to back to back. I was just completely obsessed. It's changed my life. And I've been doing professional readings for 3.5 years. So that's my short story. And I still, work in the science community as well.
Amazing. And I love that about you. You have been a very busy go-getter ever since I've known you. So we'll get to that in a minute. But so my name is Abby Wright, and I go by the Cannastrologer. My channel is the Cannastrologer Tarot on YouTube. And I am a tarot reader, natural healer, and canna leader is kind of the way that I put it, because my background is in communications, from a very, very young age, young part of my career, for almost as long as I've known Nicole, almost. And uh, Trying to think back, like my first experience, honestly, was a very young age. I picked up astrology at age 13. I started reading horoscopes with literally the moment that I stopped going to church on a regular basis. It was like one switch from religion to spirituality right after each other, and I had my remembering. Um, but from that point, I was always having just psychic premonitions. The scariest and probably most prolific one was when I foretold 9/11, and that was with, yeah, that was with my ex-husband, who, Nicole. And um and it's funny because, like, even to this day, we can't really necessarily stand each other. We just, we've gone our separate ways, but that's the one thing that he'll always remember that I was right about. Like, when he decided that he wanted to join the military to be an army ranger, I told him no, because we're going to war. Why would you want to do that? And he said, we're not going to war. What are you talking about? His first day of boot camp was the actual 9/11. The actual
I did not
9/11.
know that.
Yep. Yeah. They carted in television screens to show their training group or whatever. And when they were trying to explain to them, this is what's happening right now, but all the guys in that class, they thought that they were just being like, Jedi mind tricked, like, getting ready for whatever. No, it was like the real thing. And so it took them a while to really realize, but they went through class to class. And me on the other end, I was brand new, pregnant, and we just gotten married and all of that. And so, and then that's what led me down to Savannah, Georgia, where I met you, actually. And that's how we started, connecting and hanging out with our groups. So, but that said, that was one of my first most prolific type of premonitions, if you will. Since then, there's been a handful of them, but it wasn't until it's like 2018. No, actually, it's 2016 when I was really getting heavy into the tarot side of things. And then it was by 2020 that I was doing readings for other people, my friends, family, and then those within my professional workspace, which was the cannabis community, which is where I still reside and work a lot in. Um, and so I've been using plant medicine since I was 15 years old. Come to find out, years later, at age 37, I was diagnosed autistic and ADHD. And
Oh, I
so,
didn't know that.
yeah. And so I also, tell people I'm not neurodivergent. And um, I've been using cannabis, since 15. When I got diagnosed, when the neurologist asked me, he literally said, how have you been surviving this entire time? Because clearly I've got it. And I said, well, I use cannabis. Can you talk to me more about it? And he's like, well, I can't. I'm a licensed physician in the state of Nevada. And I said, well, I know that Nevada has been legal since 2017. And he said, but I can't talk about that. I don't have the information. And I said, okay, that's
They don't
fine. And
teach them. They don't want them to teach. They don't teach them because they want them to prescribe.
that part, that part. So,
Yeah.
our doctors don't know what they're not taught or told. So, and that's just like anybody. And that's
Mhm.
fair. So I took his recommendations, I took his prescriptions, I didn't get them filled, and I went and I got my medical cannabis card instead. And so I've been an advocate and educator in the space as well, even more so since then. I was already working in the space at that time, but ever since then. So, but cannabis has been my tool of higher enlightenment for multiple
Mhm.
reasons, that I discovered after that point. That said, it was after that, full fledged, I've been doing readings and just, fascinated with astrology and all of that. I don't have, any specific certifications or anything like that. I'm all natural. But with my growing list of clientele, I read for some very interesting people. So
Yeah, I imagine you do. I
yes,
was
out
just
here
doing
in
a
Las
reading.
Vegas.
Yeah, I was just doing a reading for a person, and the evidence was wedding, wedding dress, wedding, wedding dress, and they're like, no, 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 no. No, and then it was the mom coming through, and she had made her veil for her wedding and planned her whole wedding, and see, that's what happens sometimes. They think it's gotta be this thing, and it's like, no, it's more malleable than that. There's more give
Yeah, the
in
universe
there.
has its fun little ways of connecting the dots, in very interesting ways. So that's what I have found so far. So and then
Um, and that's how we ended up reconnecting.
yeah,
So, as Abby said earlier, we met in Savannah, Georgia, a place I never thought I'd find myself, but ended up living there for 15 years,
yeah.
raising my family there. And we were working in, I say, retail management, we'll say.
I mean, I was in
And,
vacation retail management. I don't know.
well, mine was,
We were different, but we were separate, but we were in the same
yeah,
space. So
yeah.
yeah,
We had a whole crew there. That was awesome. We're all still friends.
best group of people ever.
Yeah, we had the best time. I could just laugh thinking of all the memories and all the hilarious how we just they, there were like four of us, and we'd like all march out to lunch at the same time and all come back, and the manager, the head manager or whatever,
Yeah,
the general manager would get mad because we were all leaving at the same time, but we all worked in different departments.
yeah,
So we're like, try and stop us, but
yeah. Like
we're going.
peace. And he had no say over me, so I was just like, "Hey,
Yeah.
man, what's up?"
And I didn't work for that company. I worked for the credit because I was the credit manager. So
Right.
I didn't work for them either until later when the credit company went and got bought
Oh,
out. But yeah, so yeah, we had some good times. We had some
we
really
really,
good times.
we really did. And
Um,
that's the fortunate thing. And then it brought our worlds together, but we stayed in contact. Thank goodness for technology, because you think you moved out to San Francisco, right?
mhm,
And then
yep.
I eventually made my way out to Las Vegas, and
You moved to Vegas before I moved to San Francisco.
that's right, yeah. And then here we are.
Yeah.
So, but it was
So,
funny, you started going public with your readings and spirituality practice about the same time I did. Honestly, we had
yeah.
connected, and we were talking about it together, and you're like, "I'm doing this." And I said, "That's awesome. I'm doing this." But I was still very busy with, what I was doing in the cannabis space. And that has shifted for me since then. Now I'm more focused on, my readings and my practice, but I still am a consultant and I still work in the space because, again, cannabis is my medicine for higher enlightenment. And I just feel like plant medicine as a whole, homeopathic medicines and all of that is more, where my forte, where my interests are headed towards.
Yeah, I've always tried to go the holistic and naturopathic route with as much as I possibly can because I have a thyroid disease, and so the Synthroid that they prescribe doesn't work for me at all. So I have to have T3, but like what do you call it, where they crush it up and put it, compounding pharmacy. So I had to use a compounding pharmacy for a long time. Um Somebody said, "Are you a healthy?" The girl in the right.
Yeah,
I'm on the right of my I don't oh,
is it
see,
in the
uh,
purple or in the orange?
yeah, a healthy, what does that mean?
Yeah. And then
Please be nice in here. If you're gonna say something mean, please leave.
yeah, we don't need
Hi,
negative
Dawn.
energy.
Yeah,
And then I see Jane Nelson. You have two daughters that work in the cannabis industry. That's amazing. It's a
yeah.
very growing, booming industry. You can let me know what they do. But what I love about this space is that you can do any job within this space, and
Because it's an industry now,
it's an industry.
and it's legal in most places.
Yeah, we only have a couple more states to go. I came up in the media side of things, so it's not like I'm not working in the dispensaries, but I work with the dispensaries. You wouldn't see me touching the plant unless I'm using the plant. So that's just where I come from. But that's amazing. Hi, Dawn.
So, do you want to tell about how somebody could get a reading with you or anything you have coming up?
Yes. So right now I am really focused on just building out my YouTube channel. The way to find my most up to date readings is on my YouTube channel. It's at TheCannastrologer Tarot, and in all of the descriptions, you have my email. It's thecannastrologer@gmail.com. And all you have to do is reach out to me. I have all of my services listed underneath all of my videos. I do a 420 special. It's 4 cards for $20. And so it's just like my little short sesh, if you will. It's one of my more popular readings. But I also do 30-minute readings for $50 and 60-minute readings for $100.
Hold on, I'm typing. 30-minute readings for
$50, and then 60-minute readings for $100. And sometimes they go over. It just depends.
Yeah, the one I just did went over like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what information is coming out. I'm not that kind of person where I end right on the clock, you know.
Yeah.
I get into my readings with my clients.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it matters, but I'm one of the readers that I like to read underneath the deck too. So I go into all details. I look in all the crevices and cracks where I can. But that said, I also do different types of other spreads too. It's just based on what my clients are looking for, what questions they have. You can't really see them behind me, but I've got like over 60 different decks that I use.
I've seen them. It's crazy how many decks you have.
Both tarot and oracle. And then I base my readings not just on the tarot itself, but again, I study astrology too. So it's just kind of what's going on with the different transits at the time and things like that.
How about that full moon the other day?
Oh boy.
Can you believe? When you gave me a reading, it was probably 3 years ago when you joined my mediumship circle.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
You gave me a reading. Boy, was it accurate. I will never forget that reading. Like I can't go into too much detail because some of it's personal, but the things that came through, I was like, oh my. And we hadn't
talked
a conversation really about anything that was going on more than, do you want to join my mediumship group and do a presentation? That was basically the extent of it. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know what Clara's talking about.
It's probably a tarot deck. Anyway, keep going.
Oh. I don't know that much about tarot, but I would love for you to teach me.
Okay. Well, we can definitely do that. I get requests all the time, and I love tarot. I think it's something
you should join my mediumship class that starts in March.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I think it would be very good for you to do that.
Yeah.
We could barter.
I'm totally down. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
And now what about you? You should.
Oh, so my mediumship class my new session for beginners starts March 16th. Right now I have it scheduled on Saturday. For you, it would be early afternoon, evening. But since now I'm transitioning into full-time mediumship, I'm very excited. So now I have all kinds of stuff to offer. I have weekday readings now. I have more evening readings. I'm going to be, my class is $120 a month, and it's a 6-month mentorship. But I'm about to release some new coupons. So if you want to be on my mailing list for the coupons or just watch my social media, you can email me and I'll put you on my mailing list. And so, yeah, I'm about to send out some coupons, but I have the beginners class. And then on February 10th, I have a free class that's everybody's invited to. It's an intro to see if you're interested in taking the class. You can book that right on my website, peacefulnickthemedium.com. It's spelled just like my name, no spaces, no underscores, nothing, just peacefulnickthemedium.com. And you can register for the free class. You can register for the paid class. I have 50% off all full readings that expires on Wednesday. It's Holly 2023, after my sister Holly, and who's on here somewhere. She's a big supporter of what you were talking about earlier. I have a free guide to your spirit guide. My most common question is, how do you find your spirit guide? If you go on my website, there's a big yellow button that says, get your free guide to your spirit guide right now. Click that button and it'll email you. You put your email in and it'll email you a free guide to your spirit guide, like instantly with a link to a video. All free, no obligation. And then I have a coupon for my weekday readings right now that make the weekday readings like takes a third off the price. It's weekday 2024, and those are for weekday readings. So and mini reading Mondays. So every Monday I'll do $35 mini readings. They're 15 minutes. And I can tell you that you can get just about as much out of a mini reading as you would a full reading. And it's really good for people who are new to mediumship, who aren't sure if mediumship's for them, who are skeptical, or who are like, who is this crazy lady? You know, whatever apprehension you may have, a mini reading's great because it's super inexpensive and it's quick. And thank you, Jane. I'm very excited. It's quick and it's inexpensive, and it's a great way to see if you connect with the medium. Because sometimes you get on a reading and you're like, I don't really resonate with this person.
I'm glad that you're talking about that, because it's true. You know, readers, they tap into, whether you're reading cards or if you're just reading energy as a medium, you tap into a certain frequency, and it's everybody's not on the same frequency, you know. And
Correct.
that's why there's multiple readers. That's why
And
there's
I can
different.
do a whole science lesson about why that is. We should do that on one of our talks.
1,000% I'm down. 1,000%, because I'm with that too. But that's why, you know, even my favorite readers that I watch, because I watch readers too, you know, and I have my favorites, but their readings don't always resonate with me. Do they most of the time? That's why they're my favorite, but not all the time. And it's just depending on where the energy is at. I tell my clients constantly that energy is one of those things that changes, and it changes
Yes.
due to a person's free will. Once they
Yes.
once they have made a decision about their life, it changes the, you know, the vibrational path of where their storyline is going to go after that. And you know, you just have to stay on top of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy really shifts and changes for people. I can tell you that I met my husband almost 30 years ago. Can you believe that?
No,
It's so crazy.
I can't believe that we've been friends and have lived apart from each other as long as we have too. So,
I know,
you know,
but our journeys were meant to go the way they did and come back together for a reason. Think of the
1,000%.
growth and the energy change that we've had. And so that's what I was saying. When I met my husband, I had, you know, the same basic energy about myself, but the layers and the learning and all the things, all the experiences and my scientific training, I would say, is a huge contributor to my mediumship, because I understand. Oh, can't hear us. How,
Um,
I can hear you.
yeah.
Let me turn this on and see.
A certain frequency.
Yeah, I can hear it on there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dawn. Oh, Bunny
Okay,
can
so
hear
Bunny
you.
can hear
Maybe
you.
Dawn go off and go back again. Sometimes the internet's funny like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I am typing in the chat some stuff. Oh, Barra Tarot. I I thought it said bra off earlier.
There, Clara is making Clara is making comments like that. Yeah. So
Okay, good. Thank you, Bunny. So anyway, all right, so I'm gonna type the rest of this in here. February 10th, free class. Sign up on the website. And then we might do a couple of readings.
yes.
Is Holly still on here? Holly would love a reading.
Oh,
Holly,
okay.
if you're still on here, type something.
Yeah, let us know if you have a question, actually. If there's
Oh yeah, if we want to do questions, because we've been on 32 minutes already. It
yeah,
goes fast. Literally, we could talk on here for hours.
ever, I know.
Hours. I could go get lunch and bring it back. You could do a reading. I mean, hours. Ethan here, Paranormal Anomalies, is coming to my free class.
Ooh,
Ethan, I wanted to
paranormal.
also email you about something about that too.
I would love to know more about paranormal. I'm very much into that as well. That was probably one of our very first conversations ever from back in the day in Savannah. So, because I'm very tapped into that as well, very much so.
Holly,
Hats
do you
off
have a
to the pyramid.
question? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying hats off to the paranormal crowd. So
Yeah, Ethan does EVPs. Is that what you do? I think that's what it is.
very
And
cool.
then Holly, um, Abby, do you have a question? I'm getting tired. Abby, do you want them to ask you a question to answer with the tarot or a question about tarot?
Either or. I mean, I'll
Okay.
answer questions, no problem. But if somebody has a question and wants a reading, I can just do a short 3 card pull, based on one question.
Okay.
And just
Holly?
that, and just so you know, real quick, I was just shuffling my cards and getting things ready, for this. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. That's a beautiful new relationship, blossoming, growing together. Notice the two hands combine
Wow.
one. And then
How
top,
awesome.
that's underlying energy. Top of the deck is the Three of Pentacles, talking about partnership, girl. Just
Spirit's so crazy. Like that gave me the chills.
I know. It's, the universe never ceases to amaze me ever, not once. Surprises me all the time.
So, Holly, the tarot, Abby, you're not connecting to spirit, you're answering life questions, right?
Well, so yes, I can answer life questions, but I can connect to spirit based on whatever it is too. I use tarot mostly when I connect to spirit because that's my tool, right?
Okay.
But also I have intuitive moments. So
Okay, so Holly said, um, is anyone coming through for me? But I don't know if that's how you do your tarot.
that's not how I do mine. No,
Okay. Okay.
that would be a you question.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the medium that will connect, but I'm gonna let Abby do the tarot reading first.
Okay. So, Holly, okay, what's going on for me? Okay, so general energy for Holly. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, protection, prosperity, and power for the greater good. Always for the greater good.
Always.
Holly, please. Okay, I heard okay. Energy going into it, we've got it's just underneath the deck, it's the full moon. So there could have been energy surrounding this last full moon that Nicole and I were just talking about. It was the full moon in Leo that just changed over to Virgo, by the way. So if you felt a shift from that fiery, ferocious Leo energy from the other full moon, it's subsided. Now we're in Virgo, which is all about stability, groundedness, having your ducks in a row, making sure your shit's together, like all of that, right? Okay, so this also could mean that there's, still some secrets lying below the surface that could be coming out potentially by the next full moon. But full moons are also about completion of cycles. And so wrapping something up and starting something new. So 3 cards for Holly, please. Nice. 2 more, please, for Holly. What do we have for Holly, please? Holly, please. I do feel like there was some kind of a completion because underneath the deck went right before I had just split this, I also saw the Tower card. So there could have been an ending in some type of a relationship, or just a big change within a relationship. So the first card that popped out right away is the Three of Cups, and this talks about celebration. Also coming together with three or more people, could be friends, could be anything, right? But this is a celebratory card, and it also denotes a third party, but the third party doesn't have to be like a third person. It could be two people in a situation with work or family or something like that. This could have been in the past, recent past, but celebratory. Then we have the Lovers, and it fell in reverse, and this is what makes me think that pulls in that Tower card. Could have been interesting, or it could have been something having to do with some type of a relationship, whether that's a romantic relationship, can also be platonic, friendship, family member, something like that, where there could have been some type of a falling out, or some kind of a change that would create that Tower moment that I saw. But what I see moving forward is the Page of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Page of Wands. The Why did I say swords? There's a reason for that. The Page of Wands, wands are about passion, okay, and passionate energy. And that passion can be towards a person, whether it's romantic or platonic, but it also can mean passion towards work, career, finance, business, passion projects, like what you're passionate about. And when it's the page, pages are messengers. They're also younger energies. So this could be getting news about a new start of like a job or something, or a relationship where somebody's, excited about. Or this could be you starting, taking like a new start to something that you've never done before, that you are passionate about. How it plays into with the Lovers card in reverse. I mean, this just could mean like maybe there's a new start, that you've been thinking about, that you may be passionate about. You may not be seeing eye to eye with with somebody close to you in a relationship, but overall what I see is happiness, excitement, fulfillment, joy, like something that you are going to be excited about, or the person that you're dealing with is going to be excited about. And then what's interesting is underneath the deck, because I always read underneath the deck, it's actually very positive. We have the High Priestess, and she's the tarot card reader of the tarot deck. She sees all, knows all. This could just mean that you're getting tarot card readings, getting readings, or this also denotes using your intuition about a family situation, something that brings in money, finance. This is all about family, and communities, if you will. Could be, up to 10 people. But then we have the Ace of Cups, and this is a beautiful new beginning. It's a new start, a new relationship, followed by the Eight of Pentacles, and that talks about work, dedication. It's that new start, that new passionate beginning. You're going to be hard at work for it. So that's what I've got for you there, Holly. I hope that helped.
Wonderful. Thank you. I want to address, someone asked earlier, I did block the person who was talking about the bra. I didn't know if I could block on my end. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, no topless tarot today. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunny wants to know, how does my love life look? And so when I have people who ask me that, I am a psychic medium, but I don't do prediction readings. I just don't make a habit of doing that for many reasons. One, people, especially love life questions, tend to have free will, and there's so many variables, right? So what I always say in love life is, for a woman, if Bunny, I think, is a woman, sorry if you're not, but for anybody really, make sure you get your own emotional health in check. Make sure you deal with your trauma. Make sure you deal with any baggage to the best of your ability. Make sure you've gone through therapy. The worst thing to happen to America was the movie Maguire with Tom Cruise.
Gary Maguire.
Jerry Maguire, when he tells the girl, "You complete me." And it was so romantic and so amazing. And I'm like, he doesn't love her. It's so obvious. She's more into him. Anyway, long story, but you've
It was
probably seen the
toxic.
movie.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have a half a person and a half a person get together. You don't want two incomplete pieces. You want to be complete. And when you are complete, you will stop looking for someone to complete you. And often we have people who are looking to be completed, whether they know it or not, to make them happy. Having a relationship with someone to make you happy never works. Try to make yourself happy and joyful and financially stable, emotionally mature before you get into a relationship with another broken person. My husband and I were not two complete people when we met. We were very young. We were at 24 when we met. We got married by the time we were 25, had our first kid at 26, 27, had another kid at 28, 29. We only had two. And, it was hard because we both came with baggage, and I wish and we love each other. We're still together. But it was really hard because we both had a lot of stuff we didn't deal with. So that's my 2 cents on love life.
And
And
just
you've
that,
got to,
yeah,
pardon?
just to add on that, I completely agree with you. I tell people all the time, because I typically try not to do love unless it comes out. This year, I actually have picked up more love cards. Like I'm using more love oracles, but I say the same thing, especially like in spell work and things like that. If you're casting spells and you're reaching out, wishing for somebody, don't wish for a specific person. What you want to wish for, what you want to ask the universe for, is for your divine partner, your divine match. You want to ask for somebody that checks all your boxes, not a specific person that has to fit in those boxes.
Great point.
Yeah, you have to first fully, wholly love yourself first
Yes.
before you can expect anybody to love you the way that you want to be loved. And it's, vice versa, the same thing. They have to, love themselves in order for you to love them the way that they want to be loved as well. So I hope
Right.
that helps somebody that's meant for.
Yeah. I could probably make $1 million a year doing love predictions, and you probably could doing love tarot. But the bottom line is we have free will and everybody else has free will. And no one on earth can predict with certainty that the person you're going to meet next week at the grocery store with brown hair and sunglasses on is the person that is the correct match for you. You might
Yeah.
meet somebody, you might go on a couple dates, you might date for 5 years. That doesn't mean that's the person you're supposed to be with.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I get this a lot with my clients where they'll contact me and they'll say, "Can you pull cards, for this situation that I'm going through? I want to know if this is a good person to look into XYZ." I'll pull the cards, turns out looking great. Couple weeks, couple months go by, they come back, "What is going on with our relationship? I need to
Yeah.
know." And I pull the cards and it's gone haywire. And again, that all has to do with personal free will.
Yeah.
Somebody's made choices in that relationship that, where it's not the same. And so that's why tarot, it runs on energy. It changes all the time. It's constant. So
And
uh,
because your client trusted you, they thought, I've got to make this fit. But I am absolutely sure, knowing you, that you said, look, this doesn't mean this is the love of your life forever and ever. I
right.
know you would never say that.
Nope.
But people hear what they want to hear.
1,000%.
They don't hear what you're actually saying. So even if you gave her the slightest inkling that this might possibly maybe be the person she might want to date, she heard, oh, this is it. And then she's upset that, oh, well, now it's crazy. Well, that's because you didn't listen.
Yeah, it could be the right guy for right now, but is it the right guy forever and ever?
Right.
That's what but that's why, tarot and evidential mediumship, helps with clarity, insight, and answers for the time being, right?
Hmm. Yep.
I see that Prisha, she had asked a question about what does it mean when you get an Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, King of Wands, and Knight of Pentacles when I ask for someone's feelings. Ace of Cups denotes a new relationship. Ten of Swords, though, denotes an ending. And usually the ending is like, swords are all about communication. And it's like a complete shutdown, complete ending to any kind of communication, any kind of relationship. King of Wands is somebody who is, he's like a Don Juan. Everybody wants to be around him.
Mm.
He's very well liked. If he's single, he's got a lot of suitors. If he is, married or in a relationship, he's just a passionate lover. But he's very much about himself. Also very much about business and money. But then with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And so while maybe there are feelings there, it will take a very long time for you to actually get those feelings from that person, especially if there's some type of a shutdown in communication coming off of a Ten of Swords. He may have been closed off from a previous relationship, and maybe that's why it's so slow for these feelings to come out. And that's what I'm seeing from that reading. I mean, from just that scenario.
Awesome. Good answer. Let's see. What else? Paranormal, which that's Ethan, would be interested to know what's going on for me in general too, if you have the time.
Sure.
So I
I
think the
see it.
tarot is going to be the star of this show, which is
Sure.
great. I'll
So
be the typer. I'll type everything in the.
thank you. Yeah, I need to. This is going to be a learning curve for me too as we do these, because again, I've only done several lives myself. It's one of my goals for 2024 is to do a lot more lives, and
Me too.
it's just the whole technology, because I'm doing this from my phone, but I have the computer right here in front of me, and then I'm also doing cards. So I'm not an octopus. Paranormal.
Ethan is their name.
Ethan, thank you. Ethan, what is going on for Ethan? General energy for Ethan. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. What is going on for Ethan? Ooh, I love the vibes. Okay. Ethan, please. Okay, underneath the deck, it's the Two of Wands. This is talking about courage, denotes courage, but it's also using lessons that you've learned in the past in order to be able to move forward into the future. It's like a card of reflection and gathering and garnering the courage in order to move forth. Again, wands are about passion. So this also could be talking about something that you learned in the past that you're passionate about, that you want to take into the future. But it's like you need to garner up or muster up the courage in order to do so. So what do we have for Ethan? 3 cards, please. Okay. 2 more, please. First card that fell is the Empress. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. So we've got, I don't know how these fell out one right after the other. So the first card is the Empress, and this is Libra Taurus energy. You could have that strong in your chart somewhere, or be dealing with the person, or it could be strong in the chart of somebody that you're dealing with. But the Empress, she is somebody who, she's very successful, very grounded. She's got very balanced, I should say. She's got all the elements. And whether this is Ethan, even though this is a female card, and I'm saying she, everybody has both feminine and masculine energies within them. So it's a matter of balance. This could be your energy, or you could be dealing with a feminine energy. But this is somebody who everything she touches basically turns to gold. Very successful with projects. Um, very tapped in, good at delegating, just lots of flourishing energy around her. Now it's interesting because then these fell at the same time, but we had the Emperor that fell in reverse, and that's a little but this is Aries energy, very masculine energy, okay? And he's like the king of all kings. This is your father, CEO, boss, head of house type of energy. Aries energy. I don't know if I said that or not. When upright, he's a righteous ruler. He, delegates. He is balanced. He's fair. He likes to get what he wants. When he's in reverse, if he doesn't get what he wants, he's I don't want to say a baby, but he likes to kick and scream until he gets his way. So he can also be a little dark, a little manipulative, I guess you could say. And then right next to the Magician. So here's the thing: the Magician is obviously he's the magician of the tarot deck. He is fantastic at transmuting negative energy into positive energy. When side by side, I'd be careful with that because the Magician can be a trickster. And this is somebody who could potentially be trying to like manipulate energy or manipulate something around you, combined with the Empress. This could be a feminine energy that maybe isn't just getting their way, but manipulating energy. However, what I see underneath this is crazy. Well, I mean, in a good way. Underneath the deck, I see the Queen of Pentacles again. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She's all about her money. She's all about materialism, not necessarily in a bad way. The material things that she gathers, she takes really good care of. She's resourceful, right? But she's all about her money and balancing money and, home life and stability. And behind that, we've got that the Ten of Pentacles card again. This is family. This is empire. This is, wealth, prosperity. So she's very concerned. Like the underlying energy to this is a feminine energy that's really concerned about, stability, foundation with the family, longevity. Then we have the Two of Pentacles underneath that. That's making a decision for a new start. And when I say new start, because this is the world ending cycles and creating a new one, new start. Right behind that, we've got the Fool card. That's literally jumping in, like taking a leap of faith into a new start. So what this is kind of telling me is, the Empress doesn't necessarily have to be a negative energy, but you could be dealing with a female, kind of like Empress quality. She gets what she wants. She's very good at what she does. May not be getting what she wants at the moment, but is going to magically, try to transform the energy. And when I say magic, I don't mean by like you make a wish and poof, it happens. You have to put the work into it. You have to put the energy into anything in order for it to move forward and transform. But it's somebody who is very good at making that happen. So whether this is you and your feminine qualities, I do see a transformation happening, and it is for all of the best ways. I see a new start, and literally like somebody taking a leap of faith into something new. Even behind that, what the new part is something having to do with mysteries, the occult. And it's funny, I know that you're paranormal or whatever, but that's, it's the Moon card talking about hidden secrets and things lying underneath the surface. So it may have something to do with that. I hope that helps.
Abby, I know Ethan a little bit, and I don't know if you're still on here, Ethan, but I know enough to know wow. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, good.
I know enough to know wow.
Awesome.
Very, very good. So Ethan, if you're still there, tell her a yes or a no or something.
Thank you.
I'm going to do, yeah, Ethan said awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. Bunny, if you're still there, I know we're approaching our hour. So Bunny, if you're still there, and I love that deck, by the way, Abby, it's really pretty.
Thank you. It's the Light Seers Tarot.
I love it. Yeah, I really want you to join my class if you're interested. I really, really think you would be incredible.
Totally. We're going to be, we'll talk about it. We're going to be doing a lot more together. I can tell already.
So yeah, girl. And then we have to also, while I'm waiting for Bunny to pop back on, We have to see if this will, okay, Bunny, I'm up for you. We have to see, will this pop on my YouTube? Will the replay be on my page?
I'm pretty sure it will.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Okay.
That'll show that
And
we
then
did
you
it
have to teach
together.
me how to send the link. So each time we'll do it
Okay.
back and forth. Okay. Bunny, I wanted to know, I'm getting, I'm connecting to a female. This could be grandma or great grandma. It's definitely a female in spirit. That's grandma, great grandma. Do you understand a grandma, great grandma in spirit that you would have had a relationship with? And what I'm seeing, what they're showing me is princess, very princessy. Maybe you have a crystal princess crown or something, but they're showing me these. I don't know if it's because we're talking about all this paranormal stuff, but they're showing me that they're showing me the princessy and the crystal stuff around you. So let me know yes or no. Great grandma. Okay. And do you understand the princessy vibe they're giving me? Everything's very pretty. Everything's mystical. I don't know. Just very. I almost feel like I'm in a uh, spiritual shop or a mystical shop. If you understand, I don't know if you work at one or you have one or you're opening one. You know that. You know that. Okay. This is probably how she sees me. Okay. So I know we're short on time, and so I just want to give you a brief message from your great grandma. She's saying, I'm a girly girl. Okay, that makes sense. She's very much showing me that. She's saying that, and this is very clear, it's not always how you want it to be. You're thinking of opening a spiritual store. Okay, perfect. Because I was gonna say that little store in a Good Witch, that Lifetime show. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I want to open one of those so bad.
Oh, I know, me too.
Oh my god, so bad. But she's like, it's not always how you think it is. So things can be different, and she's talking a lot about finances, and sometimes you have to do something you don't want to do in order to make ends meet, but that's only temporary. So that's the message. But she's like, don't stop doing what you love and what you believe in, and stand up for your convictions. And that's her message. And I know that was like super fast, but I want us to each do like one more before we go, if you're cool with that. I don't have any fancy cards though. People love watching tarot. Tomorrow I'm going live to do a medium with a medium. So I'm going to try to do YouTube and TikTok at the same time. And I'm painting my Astroflora paintings live and answering mediumship questions.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we've got Jane and Dawn, who I can take Jane if you'd like to take Dawn.
Can we reverse it, because I have read for Dawn before?
Okay, so you take Jane, then I'll take Dawn. So go. You can do Jane now, and then I can finish with Dawn.
Okay. Hi, Jane. Are you still here? I hope so, because somebody's coming in hot. Yes. Okay. Are you the one who said you and your husband? Okay, that's right. All right. You and your husband married 44 years. Okay. So I feel this could be your dad. Is your dad or grandpa in spirit? Because this man is strong and loud and wants to get my attention really badly. Yes, so I'm assuming that's a yes to dad. Okay, so he's talking about cars. Did Was he like, did he have a special car? I'm seeing like a muscle car, something special, older model car. Like this was very special to him. It's not like me, I could care less about a car. I have a car, but I could, as long as it gets me from point A to point B, it's really all I'm worried about. I'm not a car person, but I feel like he had a special vehicle. I don't know if this is a model of a special vehicle or something. He's talking about his car. Do you understand that? And you can say, yes, car. I don't know. I never knew him. Perfect. Okay, that's why he's coming in so strong. Because he's like, I want to talk. I want to talk. I want to talk. Okay, so now he's showing me and he's having me draw your wedding ring. So I don't know if this means you have the wedding ring he gave your mother, or you recently had the diamond fixed or adjusted, something about a wedding ring. He's showing me very vividly, very strongly, something important about a wedding ring. So when you never know somebody, they come through with things that you can validate that happen in your life, that they see. So he's talking he's like, I have this wedding ring like drawn specifically, and he's very strong about this wedding ring is very important. No, okay, you don't understand the wedding ring. Okay, so this is also, I got this earlier about a wedding dress in a reading, and at the end of the reading, the lady's like, oh yeah, my mom made my wedding veil. So just think about something about the wedding ring. Something recently happened, or it's attached to something with your father from previously. But I almost feel like this is something that happened more recently. Something changed or happened with your wedding ring. Okay. So just think about it. You can always email me if you remember. But he is clear. And now he's showing me, he's really going back in time and showing me stuff. So I don't know if you collect old perfume bottles or trinkets, or you have some old, he keeps showing me these, I know you never knew him, Jane. I know. I get it. That doesn't stop the reading from happening. He's trying to validate things in your life now. I'm not trying to be rude or mean. Just trying to explain. He's showing me, okay. Do you collect, or did you receive something from your mother like these? He's showing me this antique perfume bottle or trinket or something. So I don't know if these are little collectibles you have sitting around, but he's showing me. And then he's showing me one of them got moved, lost, or broken. If you understand that, let me know. Okay, no. Okay, well, you may remember this or think of this later. This may be something that happened to you as a child. It is, I'll tell you this, and this is not being like conceited or thinking big of myself, but it is very, very rare when my mother collected salt and pepper shakers. Okay, so see, does that look like a salt and pepper shaker?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was going to say. It's very rare for me to get this clear of information and it not mean something. So this is what he's showing me. The little collectibles. Perfect. So I'm glad you validated that. Okay. So I get a feeling that he was absent. Did he pass before you were born? Is that what happened? Or right as you were a baby? I don't know if there's a military connection here or something. I'm not sure what the yes is from. I don't know when that popped in. Is that because he passed before you were born? Abby, I used to not draw when I did readings, and then one day I started.
I think that's fabulous. I think that you did, and real quick, I don't know where I'm getting something borrowed, something blue. It's been screaming at me. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. Who's in the army?
Okay. So he left. He was in the army. Okay. Yeah. Because I felt military. Okay. Um, did he, I feel like his, okay. I don't have time to go into a whole 30-minute thing, but because we're running over. And then Abby, you can finish what you were saying. Just
Okay.
know that he said he was scared and he didn't know what to do. And he wants to apologize for not being there, and that he's saying a cuss word. He felt like SHIT, and that he was a piece of SHIT, and he shouldn't have made that decision, but he was so scared. And he said, and now in his human mind, he said, I thought she would be better off without me. So I don't know if you could, if anybody ever told you stories about, was he a piece of SHIT in life or what, but he's basically, his belief was you were better off without him because of who he was. So I hope you understand that. Know now in spirit, he's pure love. He's not that human that made those mistakes. His spirit is pure love. His spirit loves you. Yes, they did. Okay. His spirit loves you and you're bonded by spirit. So just know that it is not your fault what happened. You were loved in spirit. He just did not love himself and he couldn't handle it. So know you are loved. And I love that the salt and pepper shaker came through. And think about the wedding ring thing. And please email me if you can think of anything about
And
that, because it's coming in hot. You're
and I
welcome.
don't. And I was trying to stay quiet because I don't ever want to interfere with your reading while it's happening. But while you were trying to figure out that wedding ring thing, and I had somebody screaming at me saying something borrowed, something blue. Say it. Something borrowed, something blue. And I'm like, I can't. She's in the middle of a reading right now. So sorry. But so
That may
that
have
might have
something to
something
do
to
with
do with it.
Jane's. It may have something to do with Jane's wedding.
Potentially.
So
So
if you understand that with the wedding ring, or maybe you have a daughter or a granddaughter that recently, and there's something about the wedding ring. And that's called a double link, Abby, and you'll learn that in my mediumship class.
very cool.
It's called a double link.
Yeah, we're
When
vibing
you,
off of each other's frequencies.
yes, exactly.
I love
Yes.
it. So we can wrap
Dawn,
up for Dawn real quick, and
she
then
borrowed her wedding dress.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we
Awesome.
go. Very cool. Oh, I just got
Very
shivers.
cool.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I love
Okay,
feeling
so
the spirit. Mm.
I love that. All right, so now we're going. Dawn, are you still here? If we still have Dawn here, you're welcome, Jane. Thank you. So I don't know if Dawn is still here.
Well, my computer is frozen. Oh, there's back. Oh, Dawn. I
Oh,
thought, well,
okay. I don't want
well,
to
we
read.
can go over our like website stuff and that before we log off, and
Okay,
then plan our next one.
that sounds good.
What do you think about when you could do this regularly? What day of the week's best for you?
Honestly, right now I'm open at the moment. I'm kind of in a very transitional spot
Yeah.
right now with my
Same.
schedule and everything that I've got going. So we can figure out like a weekday type of schedule, whatever works
Okay.
best for you. I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna schedule off time. Oh, Dawn's
Oh,
here.
Tom's here.
Yay,
Yay.
I'm glad you're back. Yay, yay, yay.
Yay.
While you do that, I'm going to type our what it's the Cannastrologer
Yep. The
dot
Cannastrologer Tarot.
tarot
Yep.
dot com.
Oh, so the way to get a hold of me is just to go to my YouTube channel, and it's the Cannastrologer Tarot. And then right now my website's down. So
Oh,
just email me at bless you. Email me at the Cannastrologer at bless you at gmail.com. Okay, Dawn, I'm ready. We're going to get you started here. Calling in spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good for Dawn. What do we have for Dawn, please? Okay, one more. That was good. Thank you. Okay. Underneath the deck, I like this energy. This is the Queen of Cups. So this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. This could be you. You could have this strong in your chart somewhere, or this could be who you're dealing with. The Queen of Cups, she's Queen Mother. She's very loyal. She's very dedicated. She's very trustworthy, very emotional. It can go both ways, good emotions, but also bad. But that's typically if she's in reverse. We're upright here. So I'm just very passionate and also very intuitive, like deep like water, very intuitive. Okay, so that's the energy going into this. What do we have for Dawn, please? What do we have for Dawn, please? 3 card spirits for Dawn, please. What does Dawn need to know? Thank you. Okay. So I'll take that one first. Beautiful. Ooh, I like this. Okay. So underneath the deck, don't let this scare you. As I talk about this, underneath the deck, this is underlying energy. We've got the devil. Okay. So the devil scares a lot of people, but honestly, the devil, it could mean you're dealing with a Capricorn. Could be as simple as that, or you're just dealing with some type of toxicity. It's like the underlying energy of what you've been having to deal with. It can be toxicity of any sort, whether this is for yourself or with another person. It could be alcohol, drugs, it could be overeating, it could be over exercising, overthinking.
Mother-in-law.
It could be that. Exactly. Yeah. So, but it's just like anything that, that is toxic or that is just I'm feeling like overwhelmed. So it's like some kind of overwhelming feeling that this may give you or that you're trying to beat. So then the first card that popped out is the nine of wands. So again, there's that passionate energy. It could be passion towards a person or towards what you're passionate about. Now, the 9 of wands is the wounded warrior energy. This is somebody who's extremely wise. They make a great leader. They have, it's like they've been through the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs. They're ready and prepared to fight and stand up for what they need to, but they're also really ready to just get that 10th wand and lay down the burdens and start a new cycle. So nines are all about being at the end of a cycle and getting ready to start a new one. But it's like an energy of just, being tired but still resilient, if you get my feeling. So then we've got the another 9. So 9 9, and this is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. So this is a very spiritual card. Notice that she's like in the dark and she's sitting on top of a mountain and she's just, thinking thoughtfully. This is talking about going into the void, going into like the it's like facing your shadow side, facing, literally, like facing your demons, facing the devil, and doing your shadow work, figuring out what inspires you, what you need to do in order to, like, I'm feeling inspiration. It's like you're looking for inspiration. You're looking for that next thing that takes you out of maybe like a toxic cycle or a toxic funk. And I feel that you will, because you're resilient, right? You've got this 9 of wands energy. And what I really love about this is that following this Virgo energy, the Hermit, going into the void and doing your shadow work. Then we've got the 7 of wands. Again, more passionate wands energy. But notice how she is sitting there and she's aligning herself. She's aligning her chakras, the 7 chakras. She's bringing her life into balance. So the 7 of wands typically depicts somebody who's defending themselves. It could be defending your morals, ethics, beliefs, that kind of energy. But it's also that defending energy is like defending yourself so you can bring yourself into alignment and, really just come out of this, sort I'm looking for, like introverted, spiritual energy, and come out stronger than ever before, more aligned. You may even be looking into something having to deal with the alignment of your chakras. You might want to look into like Reiki. That's not something that I personally know a lot about. I mean, I know about the chakras, but that may be something that you could be looking into or might want to look into to help get past any of this toxicity. Behind that, we have the Four of Swords. And so this is I'm sorry, the Two of Swords, and it's making a decision almost as if you're blind. Like you can't see the path ahead of you, but you know that it's there. You're just trying to make the best decision. Oh, it all makes sense. Very good. I'm very good. Yeah. And again, there's that strength, and then we have the Empress behind that. So you're you're coming out of it. I feel that you're coming out of it. You've you're determined, you're bound and determined, but you're definitely focused on getting yourself aligned and inspired and ready. So that's what I have for you right now. I hope that makes sense. I'm glad it did. Thank you.
Beautiful. Dawn is a loyal client, and I love her very much and appreciate her. That was wonderful.
I love that. Well, hopefully we'll see more of you, Dawn, on our future readings
Let's,
together. Yeah.
yeah, I'm very excited about this partnership.
I am
Very
too.
excited. I have the best feeling.
I do too. And I just have to say, like, I'm fascinated by the way that you work, because while I do have, like I have intuitive visions and stuff, but like the way that, you draw pictures and things like that, it's like I do that, but it's so sporadic. My tool, the way that I work is through cards, and then through and how I apply it to astrology, so that's my
Mhm.
forte. And that's what I love so much about mediumship and readers. And there's so many different forms of divination,
Mhm.
but it's like when we get like a combo team of, two of us teaming up together like this, it can be something extremely powerful for the people who need it the most. So,
I am so excited. And I just bought a new domain name. I was inspired when I was in Savannah.
uh-huh.
Um, I've always wanted to be an oracle.
Yeah.
And
So
oh, Two of Swords for health issue. Interesting.
making a decision, making a
Mm,
blind decision. Yeah. You're welcome,
awesome.
Dawn. Thank you. Again, I
So
saw I saw the Empress behind that, and she's healthy, she's bountiful, she's very balanced. So that energy's behind there too, and strength.
Dawn's awesome.
Very
So
cool.
anyway, so I bought this new domain name. I won't say it yet, but it's I think it might be good for what we're doing.
So I love that. And you said you
And I
always
have a
wanted.
logo that I hand drew out on my phone and everything. If you know how to do Photoshop.
I I use Canva, but I can do graphics and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You said how you said that you always wanted to be an oracle. I always had that in mind also, and it was especially after the movie The Matrix when
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
because when Neo goes in and visits the Oracle, she's in
Oracle.
there and she's literally smoking on her cannabis, you know. And I was like, that's me. Like that's
That's
so
awesome.
me.
You're gonna love it when we talk offline.
Awesome.
Um, okay, so we're gonna schedule another live, and I put our emails and stuff in there. So any questions, comments, contact us. We will be regulars with our new transition.
All right. And thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And anybody that we didn't get to today, please watch for our upcoming announcements and we'll make sure to get you the next time.
Yeah. All right. I love you, girl.
Love you too. Thank
Bye,
you. Thank you,
everybody.
everybody. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.